Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. No shame in falling, just stand back up. No shame in falling. Look, I'm gonna tell you what, we will all fall. We will all fall, we'll get knocked down, we'll get thrown into a hole. It's only a problem if you stay down. I remember freshman year at my high school, freshman football. I remember the coach, one lesson that just stayed with me. Just, if you fall down or get knocked down, there ain't no shame in getting knocked down. You just get right back up. You just get, anybody who's played sports has heard that. You know, I remember I was watching something about wrestling. It was a wrestling school and they would teach you how to fall. They would teach you how to fall. Look, we all gonna fall. There's nothing wrong with that. We all gonna fall down a hole, be pushed down a hole. We all gonna stumble. There's no shame in that. Because we're human. None of us walk on water. Not a single one of us walk on water, which means we're gonna go through some stuff, right? But it's a problem if you stay there. And I mean that both literally, you wanna stand back up, and metaphorically. You wanna stand right back up. Like when I told you, when I first had the stroke, I couldn't walk. I had to have help just using the toilet. You know, I had to have help standing up, but I wasn't going to let it stay that way. Now it's to a point, hey, I can walk. I'm 90% to what I used to walk at. 90%, maybe 95%. You know, that's because I was like, oh, okay, I can't walk. I ain't just have an idea or a mindset of just staying there. I said, no, I got to get back up. And I've always been that way. And that's literally, but metaphorically as well. There's been some down moments. We all go through some down moments. It's nothing wrong with that. It's a lesson. I don't even see them as really down moments, more like lessons. What did I do? Get right back. I came right back. My grandmother peeped that with me back in the day. I remember she peeped it. She said, you know what? You can get an F on a test and then come back and get an A. Shoot, I did that freshman year in college. Got an F on, well, a D on the test, a low grade on the test. But then the next test got an A. Because I said, you know what? All right, I failed here. I didn't do right. Let me figure out what I need to do better. Always came back. Oh, that's something that's always been with me. And that's what, as a man, you got to have that with you. As a man, you gotta have that with you. You're gonna get knocked down, people gonna push you down. If someone throw you in a hole, you can't just be like, well, help me up, or just sit there and complain. See, unfortunately, you got some people, they get thrown in a hole and they sit there and complain and play the victim and all of that. It was like, oh, you threw me in a hole, okay. Well, one, I'm getting out, I'm gonna climb out the hole. And the person who threw me in the hole, they got a head start at best. They got a head start at best, but I'm not gonna stay in that hole. And see, I'm gonna figure out, not only will I climb out that hole, but I'm gonna figure out what I need to do to not be thrown in that hole again. And that's very important. Look, seriously, it ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't no shame in it, anything. We all gonna get knocked down. And if anybody try to look at you and say, well, you got knocked down, you fell, say, well, I got right back up, now what? Because it's gonna happen to everybody one way or the other, literally and metaphorically. You are going to fall. There's nothing wrong with that. You get right back up. I remember when my youngest son, he never really crawled. I'm trying to really think. I'm having a hard time thinking about when he really crawled. Because he would literally, and he started walking around 7 or 8 months. He would literally like just stand up, move a little bit and fall on his butt, laugh, and then get right back up. Till the point all of a sudden it was just like, oh, he was just walking. Like I said, I have a hard time because he understood it. He didn't just fall and just stay down, you know? See, that's a lesson we learn as babies. Any parent knows that babies weren't walking like that at first. Probably had to train them a little bit, but it's like I said, there's no shame in falling. They didn't stay down though. You don't stay down. No matter what. Whether you fall on your own, and you could trip over your own stuff. You can fall on your own. You make mistakes. We all make mistakes. I made a ton of them. I've fallen several times metaphorically, physically and metaphorically. got right back up. You have to have that mindset. You have to do that. You as a man. And nobody's going to help you up. Let's just be real. Well, no, I take that back. Somebody might help you up, but you can't expect that. You might fall in a place where nobody is there to help you up. Shoot, they might be falling too, so they need help. You know? So what you do, you get up on your own first, and then maybe you can help someone else. But don't look for the help. Just stand back up. Jump up. Jump up. You know? Jump up. You just want to jump up and do your thing. And like I said, you want to learn, you want to get it to the point you're not falling. You want to get it to the point you figuring out what you need to do to stand on your feet, to stand up. To stand up. You'll figure it out. If you have the mindset of you're not going to stay down. And nobody can stay down. Like I always said, nothing can stop me from doing what I want to do. They would have to genetically engineer somebody, you know? They would have to genetically engineer. And y'all saw it over the past few months. I had no problems back in October, had a stroke. And I've seen some people, they ain't come back from it. But I said, no, I'm coming back. And let me be real, there were some people who was probably like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, well, fuck y'all, I'm back. And you know what? Most of it was really on my own. Yeah, I had some doctors and they threw some stuff, but you know, a lot of the extra stuff I did. Like let me take that walking thing, for example. When I was at the rehab center, I fell one time at the rehab center. I fell. I had a couple nurses get on me. It's like, what you doing and all that? Just trying to move on my own. But what did I do? I started walking around my room just by myself. I said I wasn't going to stay down or wait for one of them to come. I moved around my room, and then I would take walks throughout the whole center. Yeah, I had a walker and everything, but I wasn't going to just stay in one place or something and wait for somebody to help. I was like, nah, I'm going to teach myself to walk again. And that's exactly what I did. You know? Because even once I got home, I did my self-therapy and everything, but I didn't have a therapist help me there. And even with the speech part, the swallowing, because I talked about that before, most of the exercises I'm doing at home. And even at the speech therapist, I'm doing exercises. She had me doing exercises. I had to do that, you know? Yeah, it was a bad thing, you know. Hit that thing, but I wasn't going to let it keep me down. You got to have that attitude. You got to have that attitude. You got to want to get better, all right? You know, you can't stay down. There's no shame in falling. It all happens. Shoot, laugh about it or something, but get the lesson from it and stand right back up, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for now, y'all. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.